firstly, we'd like to say thank you to Legal 500, one of the most prestigious publications in the world for the legal industry. It's a fantastic honor for us to receive the award for Vietnam and Laos this year and to be shortlisted in 13 different categories. Back in 2007, when I joined Tilleke Gibbins, we were really only well known in Thailand. And since that time, we've had fantastic expansion and growth, opening up offices in Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Indonesia. And right now our Vietnam team at that time only had about 5 people, but now we're up to 140. So it's just great to see the other offices living up to the great legacy and tradition of Tilleke Gibbins that was set up 130 years ago in Bangkok. I think, let me have my colleague Dino, our director in Laos, also give a few comments.
Yes, thank you, Tom. So indeed, we've built an international reputation in intellectual property where we are very proud of. And I have to say that for the past decade, we tried also to expand our regional footprint, and we've been focusing also on building corporate and commercial and dispute resolution practices to be as highly regarded as our IP practice. So today, being recognized by the Legal 500 on 13 shortlists show that our efforts to build a premier full-service regional firm are just paying off, and we're very happy to see that.
Well, thank you for this question. In today's legal world, it's really critical to our success to meet the needs of the clients. And because of this, you really need the industry specific experience that you can apply in the different matters. So for example, we try to find lawyers and professionals that have worked in the different industries or perhaps even government regulatory agencies for that sector. Just for a few examples, in our offices, we're very strong in life sciences. We have some doctors in our team. We have many pharmacists in our team. Also in our energy practice, we have several persons that were former in-house counsel at major oil and gas companies. Additionally, we have in the TMT area with the media, technology, data privacy, which is a really key area for so many companies now. We have some of our lawyers that were actually former working in regulatory agencies in the different countries. And this is very helpful for us. Dispute resolution, we actually even have a few former judges that they've moved on to private practice, now assisting us in the dispute resolution area. So to have that type of experience really is helpful. And then those lawyers in turn can train the more junior or mid-level lawyers in those specific industries. So it's a real win-win for us. So I think that it's really critical in this time.
Yes, so since Laos is actually an emerging economy, we often deal with matters that are relatively new or even the first of their kind in the country. And this is true for a wide range of areas such as telecommunications, the advance of OTT services, fintech, electronic transactions, data privacy, and also in infrastructure projects where sometimes the legal framework does not address our client's specific investment or question. So that can be very exciting, but it also means that certain aspects of the laws may be untested or lacking established procedure. So this is where we help, I think, our client through this by consulting with the authorities to determine the best way forward. And our clients are almost exclusively global or regional companies, and we often work with Tilleke Gibbins offices from in the ASEAN to take a coordinated approach as requested by our client, or to stick with our client's needs. But I'm sure Tom may have some comment also as per Vietnamese perspective too.
Yes, thank you, Dino. I've been based in Vietnam now for 28 years. So my practice is mainly focusing on Vietnam law, and we've got a full practice there where we're working in corporate law, technology law, intellectual property, etc. But Tilleke Gibbins, as Dino mentioned earlier, we've really expanded our regional footprint. So more and more, we're coordinating across different countries in the region and really working on providing kind of a cross-jurisdictional approach to kind of be a one-stop point of contact for the clients, and that really helps them with their efficiency and is very efficient for the clients and so on. Well, I think what differentiates us is that we've really grown organically across the region, starting out in Thailand in 1890, and then Vietnam 1992, and then about 10 years ago in the different countries in Southeast Asia as well. We've always set up our own offices and not expanded so much through mergers or acquisitions. And so we've been able to keep our own firm culture as we've set up that way. But at the same time, in each of the countries, we rely very heavily, and almost all of our lawyers in those countries are experts from the local countries that have the true knowledge about the business norms, the cultural norms, etc., to make it so that we can provide the best solutions to the clients and make things smoother for them when they have the entry into these new jurisdictions. So I would say what differentiates us is the real emphasis on the cultural and business environment in each particular country where we operate. That's really a focus of what we do and try to guide the clients in that way.
This is where I think where foreign direct investment and law firms specifically certainly have a role to play in this regard. Nonetheless, I believe that ESG remains relatively scarce or absent from the local regulatory framework of various jurisdictions in the Southeast Asia, while foreign companies, including foreign law firms with an international dimension as Tilleke Gibbins, have an obligation to set example, but definitely also to comply with their own ESG standards. So I believe that for a law firm to have high ESG standards becomes or will become shortly as important for our clients as having a strict anti-bribery or anti-corruption policy, which in turn, with the help of international organizations working on these issues, positively affect the local legal framework. So I'd say that from an international perspective, a lot of ESG concerns mean taking greater care with global supply chains and ensuring that the various links are fully compliant with laws and regulation, as well as best practices, as I said before, and internal company policies. So our offices through Southeast Asia, which are fully integrated with one another and always communicating, are well positioned to help companies to actually ensure compliance in all links of their supply chain, both here in the region and globally through our connections in the Lex Mundi and multi-law firm networks.
I think that when the pandemic hit, many of the countries where we operate faced lockdowns, and we were put in a position where we had to work from home quite a bit. And I really want to salute our lawyers and staff because they maintained their very high focus, and our productivity was fantastic across the firm. I think that our IT team had a lot of solutions to really make the transition smooth. And I think our clients benefited a lot from this. We were very accessible, I think, especially across the different time zones across the world. At any time for the video conferences. Additionally, we had a lot of technological solutions in place so that our lawyers could access files, access knowledge management databases across the firm. And Actually, since about 2010, when we opened up the various offices in Cambodia, Laos, Indonesia, Myanmar, we've had a lot of collaboration. So it was really an easy transition for us because we have been doing these type of virtual meetings just about for the last decade quite often, just to facilitate the collaboration across the different offices like that. So it was quite smooth, but at the same time, our staff is very eager to get back to the office. We enjoy all of the camaraderie and so on. And also, I happen to be in London right now at the time of this recording, attending a legal conference. And it's great also to meet the clients in person and have that, that contact, personal meetings like that, where you can really get to know someone. So I think everybody's looking forward to that. Technology has had a big impact, especially it's affected the world of the clients. And so the clients want to get the information more quickly about legal developments. So we use the technology to try to get the information to our clients quicker when there are key developments in the different jurisdictions that are affecting their business. And additionally, our lawyers are able to use those tools for collaboration across the offices, and then also to access precedents and advice, forms, et cetera, that we've used over the years. So I think technology does affect things that way, and also the accessibility to lawyers. You know, we can, I think much more often now, we're having meetings where maybe several years ago, we might not have had meetings or just communicated by email over you know, several days. But now you're able to, especially with the in-house counsel, during the pandemic, they were very, very busy, and just being able to have access to your lawyers for a quick meeting, or just to bounce some ideas off your lawyers, that's really been worked well during the pandemic time, and the flexibility that has given.
We've been using new technologies even more than before with the pandemic. What we witnessed also as well is the use of the new technologies, not only with clients, but also with the government officers. In Laos, it's pretty important to have good contact among the ministries to be able to be provided with the latest regulations and laws. And what we've seen during the past 2 years is that the officer of the government authorities are pretty comfortable also using social medias or mobile applications such as WhatsApp and so on. And actually, it has provided us with the possibility to be provided with really meaningful information with our client in a very fast way. While, and it's still the case now in Laos, there are some lockdown and some zones where people cannot circulate really freely. But still, we've been able to communicate with the government offices, agencies also as well, so that we can obtain the information that we were looking for. And with our clients, definitely, we've been having more meetings than ever also as well, I think. And it's been something pretty common to have meetings with clients involving not just two persons, but sometimes was the whole department of a client speaking with us at the same time. So it has been a great, I think a great time in terms of communication and how the information can be shared very quickly and efficiently.
One of the examples that's especially come through during these challenging pandemic times was probably the increase of secondments. You know, these days with the pandemic, many of the general counsels, in-house counsels, they became so busy with so many of the various issues that came up relating to the workplace, employment, contracts, all types of things related to business. And at the same time, they may have been facing budgetary issues. So it made it difficult for them to add in new members to their teams, or additionally because of travel restrictions. Therefore, we really received a lot of requests for secondments from our lawyers to work at the premises of the different companies or to be seconded there remotely. And we were grateful to accept this type of cooperation with the clients. And we did this particular in the life sciences area because the life sciences companies were very, very busy, and that's one of our strengths. So we were able to meet that need. And there are also some situations where maybe a client is in the process of hiring a new general counsel in Vietnam, and they need a temporary solution for that. So that's another situation where we've helped out. So there's several clients, especially in the life sciences area, where we've been able to assist them in that way. And it's a real win-win because at the same time, our lawyers that are seconded there, they understand the client's business even better, and they gain some knowledge from that too. They get to see another environment, build some relationships, and it's great for their career development as well too. So we really enjoy the chance when we can second one of our lawyers to a client.
Yes, I think that clients are all pleased to find predictability and reliability, which helps in stability and strategic direction, even more so because of the COVID-19 situation we're all in, and also the significant economic challenges. So the good thing is that I believe that we're able to provide predictability through transparent fees arrangement with our client, but also predictability in terms of legal risks, legal changes that COVID-19 brings about, where the regulatory framework can evolve literally on a day-by-day basis. So importantly, I believe that we were and we are a reliable partner to each of our clients by understanding their needs. And this is very important because that impacts definitely the strategic direction that our clients are looking when they come to us, and where we provide some legal advice that outlines all possible courses of action. Our client can make informed decision about how to grow their business here in the region. Like in every industry, success is never easy, never comes without hard work. But I believe, me as a foreigner, what I can see is that one of the great things about being here in Southeast Asia is that there's not so much of a maybe hierarchy within a typical law firm that we can see in Japan, South Korea, the US, or in Europe. And accordingly, new hires and junior lawyers at Tilleke Gibbins, but also other law firms, I believe, have an excellent opportunity to work closely and build relationship with clients and also with partners, senior associate, and to contribute directly to very important project with our multinational clients. So I'd say that the best thing to do is to take advantage of it, learn from the experienced lawyer, see how they work, how they talk to clients, how they deal with clients, and get involved as much as you can in any activity as you can also as well. So what I can witness is that being published, writing articles, attending seminars, either with clients or internal seminars with those experienced lawyers I was talking about just earlier, is something that is pretty common here in Southeast Asia. And I think that's a great opportunity for all those young lawyers. So take advantage of it, and everything will be fine.